Do you remember when you first got that Rubik's Cube, how you tore open the wrapper, pulled out the cube, and just immediately started playing with it? That was fun, wasn't it? Until you started playing with it too much, and now you couldn't get it back together. So then you tried any way of putting it back together. You tried peeling all the stickers off, but that didn't work. You tried popping it apart, but you couldn't figure out how to get it back together. So then eventually you just smashed it on the floor. Yeah. That better not happen, because this tutorial is going to show you how to solve it. Just before the tutorial starts, I'd like to say that I'll let you guys do the first two steps, the yellow daisy and the white cross, pretty much by yourself and through intuition, because there's not really any algorithms for that step, and it's pretty easy to figure out. So here we go. So yeah, as the introduction said, I'm going to be showing you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. And first of all, I'd just like to go over some notation. So notation looks like that. Looks quite confusing, but it's actually not. So this top is called the U face up. So if you see the letter U, it means to turn the up face clockwise. If you see the letter U followed by an apostrophe, which is U prime, you turn the U face counterclockwise. Now this is R. So when you see R, you do it clockwise, as if you're facing that side. And if you see R prime, you turn it counterclockwise. Same with L. And it's always as if you're facing that side. So this is L prime, because it's like left side's going clockwise, counterclockwise. The back side is called B for back. So this is B, and this is B prime, just like as if we were facing it counterclockwise and clockwise. The bottom face is the D face for down. D, D prime, clockwise, counterclockwise. So, now we're done with notation. I'll start and show you the first step in solving the Rubik's Cube. Now the first step in solving the Rubik's Cube is actually to mess it up. So you're probably already at this stage, which is why you're watching the tutorial, but I'll go ahead and do that step right now. Now, after your Rubik's Cube is all mixed up good, you're going to want to start on one side. And you should, as a beginner, always solve the white side first, because that's the easiest side. And if you're wondering what side should be white, you just look at the middle sticker. If the middle sticker is white, that determines what color this will be. Since this middle sticker is orange, this side will be orange. Red, this side will be red. So now the first step is, if you're going to solve white, flip the whole cube 180 degrees until the yellow sticker is facing up. Now what you want to do is form a yellow daisy. So you want 4 white pieces here. So what's easiest to look? Oh, there's no white pieces here, but there is one here. So how could we get that one? Right there. Just turn R. And there you go. Now it's right there. Look at this one. Again, R. This one, L. Look, oh, there's one on the bottom. Line that up to where the empty spot is here, where we want a white one, and just do this F2. Now that you've got the yellow, daisy. Now what you want to do, flip the cube over, so now white is facing the top. Now, what you have to do is line up this orange, or whatever color it is, with the orange center, and turn F2 to line up, to connect the two centers, the white center and the orange center. Now it's connected with an edge piece. Now you're going to have to do that for all the other pieces. This one, see, it's already lined up, so we turn F2 to connect these two centers. Do this again for the rest of the cube. Line that up. Oh, there we go, lined up with the blue center. F2 to connect the two centers. Green's already lined up. F2, connect the two centers. Now we've got the white cross. The next step is to get the white corners. So in order to solve the white corners, there can be 3 scenarios. The white corner could be, actually 4. The white corner could be up in its correct position, but it's not permuted correctly, or oriented correctly. the white is on the wrong side. It should be up there. It should look like this. It should look like that. We want it to look like that. But it looks like that. So, how would we do that? What we first of all want to do is try to just get this piece down in the bottom layer. So we pretend that we want this one to go up there. So in order to do that, you do this algorithm. D prime, R prime, D, R. Now it's down at the bottom. Now what you want to do is find, what are these two colors? These two colors are blue and red. So we want to find the blue and red centers. There they are. We put it right in between the blue and red centers. Now if white is on this side, we turn it away to where the two empty ones, which would be D prime. So we do D prime, D, R. Gets it up there. Now we want to do that for all of them. Here's another one. This one, find what two colors are they? Green and red. Green and red centers right there. Now we want it to turn it this way, which is D. D and now L. D prime, L prime. Connected those two edges and the whites. So we've got a little connector piece, the one corner there. Do this again with this piece. Line it up in between the orange and green centers. This we want to move it to the two empty spaces. D, L, D prime, L prime. Now it's up there. Now here's the last case where the white is on the bottom side. So there's no way we can't do this. Won't work. And we can't do this. Turn it this way. It won't work. So, oops. So what we have to do is we have to do a different algorithm. When you have it in its correct when you have it in its correct spot, you don't do any D moves. You just do R prime, then D2, R. So now that white is not on the bottom anymore, but on the front face. You turn it away, D, L, D prime, L prime. And now you've got the whole first layer solved. Now that we're done the first layer, we're going to go on to do the second layer. Now we're going to move on to the middle layer. In this layer, we're going to we won't deal with any of the white pieces or with any of the yellow pieces. We're just going to deal with these kind of pieces. Green and orange, blue and red, green and red. Those four edges that need to be stuck in there to connect these two centers. So, now we search this bottom layer, the down layer, for any two pieces that do not have yellow on it. See, that one has yellow, we're going to leave that alone. This one doesn't have yellow, it's got orange and blue. So orange is on the front, so we line it up with the orange one. Now the blue one, we want this piece to go right here to connect the orange and blue centers. So we want this right there. In order to do that, since we want it to go this way, we're going to first, since we want this to move left, we're going to move it right. That's just how it works. So you go D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F prime, D, F. And there you go, you've got it in there. Let's do that algorithm once more for another piece. Since you want it to go left, we move it to the right. D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F, D. Oops, we must have messed up on that one. There we go. Oh, well, I'll get that piece out of there and we'll do that one once more. Okay, since you want it to move to the left, we move it to the right first. So we go D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F prime, D, F. There you go, I did it right now. Now we look for another non-yellow edge piece. There's one. Blue and red. All these ones so far have been we want them to move to the left. So we do this algorithm. D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, F prime, D, F. to join the red and blue centers. Now I've got this last one. This one, we haven't seen this case yet. We now want this to move right. So we first move it left. This is the other algorithm. D prime, R prime, D, R, D, F, D prime, F prime. Now we've joined up the red and green centers with this red and green edge piece. Now it looks like it's solved if you cover up that last layer. You've got the blue, the orange, the green, and the red, all the first two layers solved.